What's up, everyone? So I saw these comments from KD, and they really struck my eye. And I didn't get the chance to react to them, but let me just give my 2 cents on them real quick because I feel like I've seen a lot of people have made videos about it, but this is just my video. This is just me here. And without further ado, let me just get into it. So, KD was quoted as saying, "Look at our starting lineup: Edmond Sumner, Royce O'Neal, Joe Harris, Claxton, and me. It's not disrespect, but what are you expecting? You expect us to win because I'm out there." So, Kevin Durant was quoted as saying this on the starting lineup of the 2022-2023 Brooklyn Nets without star guard Kyrie, but he came back and he played against Memphis out of that, the whole debacle that he had. And it's a very, very funny thing that KD said this because as you can see from the graphic I've put alongside KD's comments, you can see the 2018 Eastern Conference champions, where it was mainly LeBron solo scoring a whole team, and he dragged that Cleveland Cavaliers team, that 2018 Cleveland Cavaliers team, with not many people know how LeBron managed to do that, but you could see even the names that he had in that roster. They're not big name guys, because even in that All-Star game, that 2018 All-Star game, he won the All-Star game MVP, but he only was the only lone star for the Cleveland Cavaliers at the time. Kevin Love, not the same. J.R. Smith, no. Tristan Thompson, no. And they had a bunch of young guys in there. So the reason why I put this out there is because I didn't see anyone, addressing and trying to, look at this whole situation in this perspective, because I feel like we won't be able to understand where KD's comments come from, and how it reflects according to his peers, namely LeBron James, who he has been compared to for the longest time. But looking at what he said here, it's apparent that KD, even I came out with the tweet and said, KD, when you have him on your roster, I actually have no problem having him on my roster, but KD is not that guy. He's not that guy to be the franchise leader. He can't put a franchise on his back. This is not a knock to KD, because when you have him on your roster, he is the most talented and skilled player you have on the roster. But when it comes to being a franchise leader, franchise guy, a cornerstone to a franchise, KD is not that guy. And you could see throughout his career, you could see teams were not even building around him. OKC were focused on Westbrook. When he went to go, he left Westbrook in OKC when he go to Golden State. That was Steph Curry's team, aside from the fact that KD was the best player, but that was not his team. In the Brooklyn Nets, now this is the time that he got his team, and he at some point got the players he wanted. They got DeAndre Jordan in 2019. He got Kyrie in there. He actually convinced Kyrie to team up there. I mean, it has not been the most prettiest situations because of the ups and downs. He had even a hand in having Kenny Atkinson fired, and also the 4-team trade that brought James Harden in. He also had a hand in it. And him coming out with these comments is just not taking any accountability, because he's essentially saying, like, when we lose, don't try to peg it on me because one man cannot do this. But you could see LeBron James, an all-time great, he was able to carry his franchise squad to the finals. So KD coming out with these comments is actually pretty funny. It's pretty it's very laughable, because the same way like KD doesn't want the heat on him when they lose, at the same time you could see people bashed LeBron James way back in 2018, even when he went to the Lakers 2019, saying that his roster doesn't look good, he's washed, he's not going to do anything. But what happened? The Lakers got that AD trade going, and they had to blow up their young core, but it got them a championship. But after 2018, you have not seen any. After the 2018 finals, you have not seen KD in that light, because when he He went to the finals in 2019. He tore his Achilles there. He's not been in the playoffs that consistently, that much. You've not seen him break out like that. You can see even in the 2021 playoffs, he got beat by Giannis Bucks in the second round in 7 games, and recently in this year's playoffs, the man got swept. Given the fact that he had Kyrie beside him, got swept in the first round, but the Boston Celtics won the revenge tour. So you could see even when they have Kyrie, KD is not that guy to carry that roster, carry that team to any sort of relevance. So I know a lot of people are gonna say that, what about in OKC when he carried that team to the finals? That's actually something that is debatable. But looking at the current situation from then and now, you could see right now he has the whole keys of the whole franchise, but he's not acting like the franchise guy, like the same way when you have the whole GM talks where LeBron is there and he's doing his thing. So when you have a player who's the best player and not a franchise leader, he's a number 2, number 3 option at best. I'm not saying KD is not a good player. I'm just saying he's not that player that, is the face of the franchise, like the way when he was in Golden State, it was all Stephen Curry in there, and he had just to assist Stephen Curry, or Stephen Curry assisted him. But I could see, even when the Warriors won this championship, I was afraid these conversations are going to come out, because when you have a situation where you are the best player but you're not a franchise leader, it puts yourself in a very, very tough hole. Because you can see, if you compare him with LeBron James, you could see the whole talent gap and the whole franchise leader narrative just come to fruition, because there's a reason why you're having LeBron versus MJ and not KD versus MJ. You could see both LeBron James and Michael Jordan had the responsibility of putting the franchise on their backs and doing the most impossible job of carrying that team to as much success. But when you have a guy like KD, he's a skilled player. He's a 4-time scoring champion, 2-time MVP, Finals MVP. But he's not that guy to, carry a franchise. So, that's all I got for this video. So, tell me what you think about in the comments section. And, man, I'm out. Peace.